Okay, it's time for the summer quiz results for the dudes and the dames. And we'll just see how much you know about what ladies are talking about and what dudes are talking about. That's where the ladies come in. It's just a big free for all. You'll get the drift as soon as we get started. Okay, summer quiz for dudes and dames. It's a lot of surveys. Surveys about strange things. Let's see what happens, okay? Let's do this. And here's your first question. What percentage of men, if given the chance, would like to experience childbirth? Yeah, that's right. Again, what percentage of men, if given the chance, would like to experience childbirth? Of course, they responded to our survey. Was it 5%, 10%, 20, or 30% who actually said they'd like to experience childbirth? Okay, so take about 20 seconds on that one and see what you're doing. Pick one of those. Five seconds. Okay, there's the whistle. Okay. So, okay. All right. So we're back to this whole idea of men wanting to experience childbirth. Now, if you've ever been in a maternity ward or had kids with your wife, obviously you hear a lot of screaming and, there's pain and, it's just not something I'm sure men would want to do. So whatever your guess was, let's find out and see what the actual answer was on that survey. How many actually said yes? Let's find out. 20%. That's right. 20% of the men surveyed said they would like to experience childbirth. Okay, I'm pushing the wrong buttons here. Okay, so at any rate, that was the name of that tune. So let's go back and let's take a look at what our next survey question is. This time, I believe it's going to be for the dames, and let's see what we've got for them. How do women, on average, rate their men for love-making ability? Now, we asked them to rate their men on a scale from 1 to 10. Okay, on average, what did we get on our survey? By the way, you see that blue water behind these screens. Basically, this survey is coming to you from San Diego area. And of course, we have a lot of beach action out there. As you know, we're famous for the coast, famous for the water. Okay, so how do women on average, and this is here in the San Diego area, rate their men for love-making ability? 1 is really bad, 10 is an awesome. And so let's find out which of these 4 were responded. 5.5, 7, 8, or 9.5 out of 10 scores average. And let's find out. Let's give it another, let's say 10 seconds for you to figure it out. Okay. And let's just give it about 10 seconds from here. Make your guess. Time is up. Time is up, okay? So what do you think that survey said? Women on average rating the love-making ability of their significant others, right? Let's find out what they said. Here it is. 8. So on average, the men got a score of 8 out of 10 from their women. And that's not too shabby, I would say. All right, let's move on to our next question. How many words does the average man say in a day? How many words does the average man say in a day? Is it 3,000 to 5,000, 10 to 12, 18 to 20,000, or 30,000 or more. And that's now in this question, it was the ladies who answered, and the ladies were guessing on what the average man's saying a day. So let's see how they did, and we'll give you the result in just a couple minutes. I mean, try 20 seconds, not a couple minutes. All right, here we go. How many words the average man says in a day? 5 seconds. There she blows. Okay, we're back again to that great question. How many men? Now, I gab a lot, as you can tell, and a lot of guys are talking a lot more, especially with a pandemic, and, talking to friends, communicating with all kinds of people. It seems like it's up. So let's find out what was said on this survey, and here it is. 10 to 12,000 words a day for the average man. Okay, now you notice on the side there, he's on the cell phone. And of course, I think that is contributing quite a bit along with the pandemic. Okay, let's take a look here. Aha, it's Quiz Show Mania. Now it's time for that game show music. Quiz Show Mania. Quiz Show Mania is a portable game show that travels everywhere, does all kinds of events, has a lot of fun in store, and there's social distancing too. Summer quiz results for Dudes and Dames continues. Let's get to our next question. What percentage of women say that their husbands or lovers send them flowers and love notes? What percentage of women say their husbands or lovers send them flowers and love notes? Is it 10%, 35, 55, or 70% of women surveyed? Okay, so let's take about another 20 seconds or so on that one. Percentage of women who say their husbands or lovers send them flowers and love notes. Time's up. Let's take a look at what the answer is. 55%. That's pretty good, gentlemen. I think it's real good. Now, you notice the guy right there. He's in the Carlsbad flower gardens, right off the coast in Carlsbad, California. And it looks like he's got flowers in his hand, a nice bunch there. And he's got them in his, or no, actually in his mouth. That's right. Wow. He had stems and all in his mouth. He picked them for his girlfriend. Okay. Hey, that's a good thing. And by the way, don't you think it's a good thing for us to be doing things like that? Sometimes it's little things. And flowers is certainly a nice thing to do for the ladies. And they do appreciate it, as the surveys indicate. So let's move on and see what we've got coming up for you next. There it is. Okay, most men surveyed prefer to marry a woman either what? 20 years older or 20 pounds heavier than they are. So again, really the question was, if you had, your choice and you had to do one or the other, would you marry a woman 20 years older or 20 pounds heavier than you are, right? So let's take a 20-second break on that one. See what we get. Hard to say. Older or heavier, or neither one. Whistle blows. Let's see what we have here for your answer. 20 years older. 20 years older was the winning choice on that survey. And it really shouldn't matter, right? I mean, older or 20 pounds heavier, really, it has to do with loving the other person, right? And being more serious about it. But at any rate, there was a preference there, and it was prefer 20 years older over 20 pounds heavier. And maybe the 20 years older just means that the woman is a little more well off too. So it depends, because all of a sudden you got a 20-year gap there as far as youth and the woman being older. So, all right, well, let's move on and see what we've got coming up next. And here it is. Which of these is not something women typically do to try and look 10 years younger? Which of these is not something women typically do to try and look 10 years younger? Is it color their hair, wear less makeup, get a tan, or exercise more? Which of those choices, according to our summer survey for the dudes and the dames? Let's take 20 seconds to ponder that one. Again, which is not something women typically do. Here comes that whistle. Oh yeah, out there in the harbor, right? Okay, so let's see what our answer is for you on that one. It's get a tan. Not something women typically do to try to look 10 years younger. Okay, so let's move on. Aha! Survey quiz results are brought to you by quizshowmania.com. quizshowmania.com. As you see, the top picture, it's Quiz Show Mania with 3 contestants. The bottom picture, again, 3 contestants, but look at the bottom. They're young. Ha! So youth love it too. You can book now for holiday parties. We social distance and we take all precautions to ensure the safety of the participants. It's fun for all ages, all themes. quizshowmania.com. Visit there. You'll see many different types of setups, and you'll also see some video clips of some live action. quizshowmania.com. Okay, now what I'm going to do is show you some actual live action, okay? Stick around and let's see how this goes.
Showmania is San Diego's best kept secret in live entertainment.
What are the names of Mark Simpson's parents? Over and Marge.
Quiz Showmania.
What comic book group includes Thor, Captain America? No. Marvel? Marvel Comics? No. Fantastic Four? No.
The Avengers.
Yes. What small triangular piece of glass can create rain cover by bending light? That's it. Prism. What can these collect from clouds? Pollen is right. What sport asks you to strike out to score a perfect game? Nobody? Strike out a perfect game. Bowling! The undersea witch's name is the Little Mermaid. No. Ursula is right.
I need Disney.
But that's it, folks. The time is up, and here's the champion right here.
Quiz Showmania is San Diego's best kept secret in live entertainment.
Yeah, that's the Quiz Show Mania. So you got a good taste of that, didn't you? Did you see there towards the end that one, the lady with the baby, because you got to ring in first, right? I mean, that's the whole idea. You lock in, you ring in, and then you're either, correct or not correct, and your score either goes up or goes down automatically, and it's just a lot of fun, okay? So Quiz Show Mania. Now, if you're in the Southern California area at all, We service all of Southern California doing events. And just go again to quizshowmania.com. That's easy for me to say, isn't it? All right, well, let's move on and see what's happening on our survey quiz results from summertime in the San Diego, Southern California area. And let's see what we've got. According to a survey, what is the most pervasive fear men have about child rearing, also known as child raising? Okay. Is it boredom, changing diapers, discipline, or facts of life discussion? Okay. According to the survey, what is the most pervasive fear men have about child rearing? Okay. So take 20 seconds on that one. Boredom, changing diapers, discipline, facts of life discussion. Which is the most that men fear? 5 seconds. All righty. Well, let's take a look and see. Boredom. Boredom. Wow. I was a little surprised at boredom. Because, I mean, how can it be boring raising a child? Although some of these guys that were reacting are probably younger and maybe don't have kids yet. So they're kind of thinking, it's going to be boring, to raise a child. Hardly. You can tell. My kids are grown, and I'll tell you what. But, it's worth it. It's worth it. All right. Well, let's move on and see what our next question is. Here it is. What percentage of women would be flattered if propositioned at the workplace? What percentage of women would be flattered if propositioned at the workplace? 5%, 15, 25, or 35% of the respondents. Okay? So let's take about, I'd say 30 seconds for that one. That's maybe a little bit more difficult. Think about, especially with a pandemic. It might also depend on where you're propositioned. Would it be the water cooler? Probably not with COVID. I'm thinking most likely it'd be out in the parking lot. When it's time to get going home, they say, hey, what's happening? Love will always find a way. There's that whistle. All right. Okay. So let's take a look and see what the survey said. 15% of women would be flattered if propositioned at the workplace. Now, maybe not so great for the other 85% who probably didn't appreciate it. But hey, you got to try, right? Don't ever give up on that. All right, let's move on and see what our next question is. Now, here's a survey that the women responded to, and their question was, most men are considered to be what? Right brain, left brain, both sides, or non-thinkers? What do you think the ladies thought? Is it right brain thinkers, left brain thinkers, bilateral thinkers, non-thinkers? Now, as you know, part of that is the right brain is the more creative side, and the left brain is the more, logical, toe the line, procedural type thing. And then some people have both. They have a mix of both. And some are just non-thinkers. But let's see what the ladies said about that. Let's see what they did. We'll take 15 seconds for this. Five seconds. There's the whistle. Okay, well, let's take a look now at what the result was. Left brain thinkers. So that's the more, procedural, toe in the line type thing, straight ahead thinking. And that's probably correct. At least that's how the ladies perceived it. Okay, so let's move on. Let's take a look at our next question. The one thing that a majority of employers look for during the first 10 seconds when interviewing a woman for a job. Okay, that's really what the question is. Now, the thing is, what is the thing? Oh, yeah, here it is. What you're looking at here is a question that was framed with assuming that the majority of the employers were men, okay? So keep that in mind. So the one thing a majority of employers / men look for during the first 10 seconds of an interview with a woman, would it be manicured nails, a business suit, high-heeled pumps, or a very well-prepared resume? So what do you think? Let's take 20 seconds for that one. What a man employer looks for in the first 10 seconds of the interview with a woman. Five seconds. Okay, let's take a look here and see what we got. Aha, manicured nails. Okay, well, that surprised me a little bit. Manicured nails. I mean, because when you look at those choices, I mean, it's like a business suit. That means a lot. High-heeled pumps. Yeah, looks good. A prepared resume. Those are all very important. But look at the little inset picture. You'll notice that there's two men interviewing a woman. The woman there has her, looks like almost elbows sort of on the table or on her lap, but her hands are just kind of up, almost like in a prayer position. Maybe she was praying for the job. No, but when you look at that, I'm sure that that's what they're looking at. But they're also thinking about, serving the public, etc. So I was thinking kind of that high-heeled pumps would make a difference. But that's more along the lines when the guy's thinking, hey, here's a hot lady, love those pumps, or that kind of thing, or a business suit, Nope, it was just good old manicured nails. I mean, that's what it was. So not bad. Okay. All right, well, let's move on and let's see what we got going here. Okay. Aha, survey quiz results. In the San Diego area, the North County Sun is your entertainment newspaper. It's free and it's available everywhere. Pick one up. You're going to get every day, you're going to get daily reports on entertainment all across Southern California. You just can't beat that kind of a guide. Now, pick it up. We got the dining and entertainment review, as you see there on the left. Side-splitting fun for everyone with Quiz Show Mania. So we got a great review. But the bad news was it was right before the pandemic. So they printed it and, then we're hearing about China and the virus and all that. And oh my. So we got lost in the shuffle, right? So that's okay. Basically it is what it is. But we got a great review and you do owe it to yourself to pick up the North County Sun, and that's the great entertainment newspaper everywhere. Okay, all right, and let's move on now and see what else I've got here for you. Aha, the Quiz Show Mania. As you know, I've been plugging it. Well, the kids love it. Book now for the holiday season. Kids love to play and they learn, and you'll be surprised at how savvy they are, how smart they are. These kids are amazing. So don't forget that Quiz Show Mania is a great alternative entertainment for your kids. They learn too. And the other thing too is we do the social distancing. We do all the social distancing and, we're very safe about it so the kids can play safely and the whole family, really. Okay? So keep us in mind. We appreciate that. Okay? And the other thing, just the last thing I wanted to say, We do trivia nights. If your favorite brewery is looking for a trivia night, or any place, restaurants, etc., trivia is a lot of fun, and it's similar to what you just played, where we have the big screen, we give you the question, and then we give you the multiple choice answers. That way you don't have to rack your brain or try to sneak out on Google to search it. I mean, what you really want to do is just think about it, and the answer is in front of you, right? Absolutely in front of you. People love to have it that way. It's more work for us to do it that way, but we feel it's the best way to do it. And then to top it off, for a playoff for a gift card, we take one of the podiums, we get one team to come up, they do a round of questions, another team, the top two teams, the top one wins the gift card, right? So we get some fun out of this thing. All right? Tell a friend, tell your breweries, tell your restaurants to visit quizshowmania.com, okay? We appreciate that very much. Okay, and also we want you to know that you can easily watch these shows on Facebook. Go to Quiz Show Mania page, or North County SD Live, which is a news channel, but it does carry our show. But the thing is, North County SD Live is ncsdlive.com, anywhere. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it. Excuse me. And we have another summer quiz result coming up for dudes and dames coming up in a week or so. Keep a good eye out for it, okay? Thanks again. Hope you have a great evening or day whenever you're watching. And let's move on and see you next week. Hi, I'm Dave Flores signing off. I hope you have a great week. Thanks again for watching.